Hello everyone, my name is Hot White and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy, part 6. Without further ado, we're going to jump straight in. Now, as you can see, I am wearing the house cloak for Hufflepuff, and I have it for Gryffindor as well. Now, this video is actually going to be done in 2 parts, essentially, because what I ended up doing when I recorded it for Gryffindor, because I got sort of so addicted to it, and I really wanted to get the Alohomora charm so I could get this, I ended up recording it that ended up 7 hours, so I ended up having to split that into 2 videos. So what I will do is I'll record this video, it won't be 7 hours, but it will still be like a little bit. So I'll record this video, and then I will record part 7 almost immediately afterwards, and then we'll sort of get back on track with how we were doing things, so Hufflepuff will take on after that. But yeah, and as you can see, these are already different. You can also see that the ambience for the whole thing has changed. I have a broom now, and that is the broom I bought. A sword, I don't know why I have a sword, and there are pumpkins because it actually had a season change. The pumpkins only appear though when the season change happens, because this room updates depending on how far you are in the thing. It's like I've had Deke, the house elf, occasionally appear, because it all depends on how far you are in the story and what you've actually done. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. And then what I'll do is off screen I'll go around and collect a whole bunch of stuff. Primarily I will what I'll end up doing off screen is I will primarily clear up this fog that's on the world map. This fog that's all here and everywhere. And collect the demigod statues, as many as I can, as well as some other stuff that I'll show you. I will also, in this video at least, go over here. There is a lot of new spells we're going to be learning, by the way. We have Flipendo, we have I need to go up here because this is where I went for Hufflepuff thing. That was the thing, for each of their missions they were pretty much what I thought or they were going to be, or like along the lines of what I had heard. So we did something for Ollivander. There's a dragon. That dragon does occasionally actually appear and you can see it and think, because I had that in my Gryffindor as I'm flying around. It suddenly just appeared out of nowhere, landed and, or at least swooped down and took something or whatever, and then flew off, and it's like, wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Did that just happen? So yeah. So we had a little thing with Ollivander for Ravenclaw. We had a trip to Azkaban for Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor we had like a little like Day of the Dead party sort of thing with for the headless hunt with nearly headless Nick, and we gained access to the kitchen, which I will check here if we can do that. And we've got Hogsmeade and stuff. Oh yes, that's the point. This mission here in Hogsmeade, follow the butterflies. Apparently this has been known to glitch if or at least cause issues if you collect the butterflies other than the ones that are mentioned in this particular mission. Like if you go and collect another set of butterflies beforehand and then go here, it will give you issues collecting them, so best go just to where it says, then come back and then you can go from there. I don't know, but that's the best thing I've heard to do. Anyway, without further ado, where do I want to go? There was something I wanted to do. It's best to check on the professors regularly. We are going to be learning so many new spells. If I have a quick look. Not that. Yeah, so we are going to be learning Glacius, Arresto Momentum, Flipendo, Confringo, Wingardium Leviosa, this Conjuring spell, the Altering spell, and Evanesco for that sort of just vanishing spell for the room requirement. We still have yet to learn Bombarda. Descendio has become available to learn. But we haven't started that yet, and the Unforgivable Curses are all specific for Sebastian's quest, and as I mentioned, we get Wingardium Leviosa, so yay! Oh yes, I wanted to check that gear, didn't I? So I want to see if I've got a particular type of gear. I do not. Which means we need to unlock that. Because I want to show you it and stuff. Where was it? It was in combat. This Dragonhide Protector's Cloak, it does look pretty cool, and I ended up going around as that with that for a bit for the other playthroughs. So yay! But I need to defeat Dark Wizards. I need to beat 2 more, so I know exactly where to go for them. Forbidden Forest. It's always the Forbidden Forest. Always Forbidden Forest. We're also going to unlock this at some point. Off screen or on screen, I don't really care. Just so long as it's done. And in terms of talons, the next set we're going for is we're going to go for these Wiggenweld potencies, because once you get both of them, it makes it so you only need to take 1 Wiggenweld to heal yourself fully, which is so cool. Alright, anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get on with this damn thing. I still wonder if I can ever see the bastards.
Can't go up there.
I barely ever moved up there. Kenny! I'm curious how far I can be from the glass for him to do that. Was that another house elf? Kenny? Are you not gonna say hi, Kenny? Fine, be that way. Be that way! Oh, where do I want to go? I wanted to go somewhere. I wanted to go somewhere. Oh yes, now I remember. We wanted to check to see if we could go into the kitchen. And then we'll go do flying lessons.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I've always said you should shut the hell up, damn it. Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hogwarts. Yes, tickle the pear has come up as an option. Yeah, vinegar to the face. Oh! I've always said that travel broadens the mind. I love that they're giving it that little laugh as well. But yeah, welcome to the kitchen. Oh good, we don't have that again. So there was we had it when I came here as a Gryffindor. There was an elf standing on a piece of meat and just stomping on it. It's like, you disgusting evil prick, how dare you? I will murder you. And then you got these ones in here juicing and dancing, who I can tell haven't cleaned their haven't put any boots on, and I'm betting haven't cleaned their feet before doing that.
Revelio.
Click this page. Basically, all the food they prep goes on these tables, and then these tables teleport him into the tables that are directly above in the Grand Hall.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
I don't care for you and your problems. One handle. Yeah, say it right. These are the house elves' living quarters.
Incendio.
Burn it.
Revelio.
There's a particular
Here's a
house
welcome treat.
house robe that I want to find for each of the houses, because I found it as a Hufflepuff. Well, I bought it as a Hufflepuff because Slytherin is the only one that seems to get so many without trying. Like literally all the others have to try really hard. Slytherin is like, yeah, we just get them handed to us constantly. No, thank you. I mean, look how many are from Slytherin, damn it. That would directly and deliberately on a thing. Also, where was it? I wonder if I actually have it. Oh, I don't have it. It doesn't seem like I have it here. There were ones that gave specific descriptions for the houses. So like the scholars one said like a unique one for Ravenclaw, and there was the daring one which was for Gryffindor. The loyal and kind or something was for Hufflepuff. I've not seen what the one's supposed to be for Slytherin though, so I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Hogsmeade! Not that, this. Yeah. We will get there the right way, damn it. I also apologize if at any point this seems that thing.
It seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Uh-huh. Because I've got one of my videos rendering and that other stuff. There is other stuff involved.
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Oh yes, and I did confirm that these do appear in whatever uniform your house is of. So.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
I also found something. Ah, this was it, the daring cloak. This is the one that's specific to Gryffindor. I also found
that looks as if it was made for you.
This is the unique one that was made for Gryffindor. I also found out I can preview them. I was like trying to remember what the word was then. I was like, what was the word? I don't remember what the word was.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
I didn't
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
I'll leave that for the moment. Just so you can see how we identify those.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Uh-huh. Right, I need to go to Dogweed and Deathcap. Yeah. Oh yes, also the graveyard. The graveyard over here. This is where we end up going as part of the party thing for the living for the headless hunt. They also go over and they wreck all the pumpkins over in the Magic Neep. But the reason I bring this up,
Revelio.
besides the fact of sorry, is up here. Oh, this one has this as well. So Slytherin has this, Gryffindor has this, but Hufflepuff did not, because I tried to come up here as Hufflepuff. Maybe I need to come here at night. Tomb of the Villager. It's interesting. I am intrigued. Because I think I came here during the day. And it's starting to become day. Oh, I need to
Does
buy.
it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I need to buy seeds from you.
Hope you're not here for an autograph sprig, because I'm not entirely sure I have them in stock.
You don't sell them anyway.
Well, what say we show you some of what's available?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I will be buying both of these. I don't know if I will do them on screen or off screen, but I will be buying both of those. I haven't bought the Venomous Tentacular yet. So, there's that.
Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Hogwarts. Flying lawn. Flying lesson. Nah. I'm so happy. Oh wait, I wanted to get the cape first, didn't I? Cape. Cape first. Cape important. You will like it, trust me. I also had an interesting interaction that I did not have as a Gryffindor because I didn't find a particular thing.
Nobody will miss one.
Expulso!
Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
No!
Levioso! Who lived here, I wonder? Incendio!
Does it matter who lived here? What matters is that I gained money. So if I go here now, we'll quickly just add to these. I am missing one. What one am I missing? I don't know what one I'm missing from here. But I feel like I'm missing one. No, oh well, never mind. It's a wand handle. So we go here, we claim it. Oh wow! And then we go to gear because it is cosmetic only. Helps if I press the right button. And this is it. It's so cool. I like it so much. It's like total badass. And it is perfect for flying in. Both because of what it's made of and a few other things. What else do they want to do? Alright, we want to do... we're gonna do some mandras, but we'll do those later. Hogwarts. To the lawn! And now we can fly in this awesome dragon hide protector's coat. Yeah.
Who do you think will fall from their broom first?
You. Let's begin!
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started.
I like her so much.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Hello.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat.
Pay attention to the broom that she has.
Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Right, the reason I told you to pay attention to the broom that she had is because of a detail that we'll see when we actually go and get ours. But more on that later. For now,
Up.
yay! Flying!
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
Yay!
Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
Now the game will not give me all of the controls for the broom at once. It will do once I do the lesson, but first...
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
I was also trying to sort out my
Good grip.
I never know where she is when we do this. I was also trying to sort out my cape because people have noticed that clothes start clipping through things, particularly legs.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Yay!
This next set of rings will take you
Revelio.
around the grounds for more of a challenge.
Oh, I was trying to get rid of the menu thing because it's like, I know this deal.
What a view.
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
That wasn't too bad.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as the first year.
Why? I'd rather have just done what I did. That was way more exciting. I also apologize if it gets too loud at any point.
Whoa. Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Hi, Kenny! Kenny!
Haha! Brilliant!
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Slytherin like you might be interested in making an escape from class?
He makes slight changes to this depending on what house we're in. No, I went with that sounds like I like the sound of that for the Gryffindor, and when we get into trouble for the Hufflepuff, makes no difference because he still do this regardless. So I'm going with I like the sound of that.
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me.
Like, they change what he says.
The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today.
As I was saying,
Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You
indeed.
sure you're not part Hippogriff?
Now, as I was saying,
There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
yeah.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back.
So apart from what he says with the when we ask him,
Like he's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
yay, that was interesting.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa. But you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Yeah, so apart from these decisions, like what he says in response to them, he doesn't change much in what he says. And like, we still have to go around that either way. I went with the, I wish we hadn't got into trouble with the Hufflepuff. Gryffindor I went with, I have no regrets, which I'm going with here.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Yay! Anyway, messages, because I know you're going to appeal before I speak to anyone.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Yay! But yeah, I really would love to have an option where I can just go straight into the outpost from here. Select whatever outpost thing I have. I have so many more in the others. Well, I have one more in the others. And then just have them read it for me instead. But oh well, never mind. Quest stuff. Clothing. Alien keys. Yeah, there is a little something with the demanding delivery that I didn't realize, and we didn't do with the Gryffindor one, which involved finding a book, which we just found by mere chance, and it turned out to be a quest item thing that gave us additional dialogue. So I'm gonna see if I can find that again. I had a look to see if I could find it on the Gryffindor one off screen, and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if once you finish the quest it removes that option to find it or not. But if you want to see what it's like, because it gives you 2 options to select from. If you want to see that, Hufflepuff is the other one that I found it on. I haven't done Ravenclaw yet, but I will be. Anyway, let's go talk to these people.
I do like Madame Kagawa. She's been tutoring me after class. Although she is very strict when it comes to broom safety.
If I could afford the new Bright Spark broom at Spintwitch's, I'd be on it now.
Spintwitch's is opened in Hogsmeade. All the latest brooms, I hear. Not that I need one. The broom I have at home is the latest model.
Should be enforced.
I wish I could afford my own broom. Instead of using my brother's hand-me-downs.
Sharing a room, but I rather enjoy the company. The other girls and I were up all night.
Madam Kagawa, about what happened in class.
No need to discuss it further. Losing points for Slytherin should serve as a deterrent against future escapades. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you a few additional spells, so please keep an eye out for an owl from me. You're also welcome to drop by any time with questions.
Yay! Right. Let's go to Hogsmeade and get ourselves a broom, which will also generate a quest. Which I am more than happy to do.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Nothing warms a body. Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Revelio. Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitch's. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind-wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
No, I ended up buying 2 with the other houses because I bought the House Pride one and an Ember Dash, and the Ember Dash is the one I fly around on.
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close Spintwitch's?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals are overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
Yeah, see, he could have just used like the undetectable extension charm and possibly a shrinking charm as well, so he could shrink them into a smaller bag to carry. But like, honestly,
Do you mind sharing more about your brooms?
I have a passion for them. Every detail of every model. Take wind wisps, well known for their quality ash handles. Yew weavers are rare because some fear flying them, likely to do with the yew wand's darker reputation. Then you have the Ember Dash, known for its handsome appearance. Working with brooms every day makes me practically giddy. It's one of many reasons I cherish running this shop.
now the yew weaver that he mentioned, that's what Madame Kagao was flying. And then, as he said, like, people tend to stay clear of that because of fearing it, because of its because of the U1's dark reputation. And it's like, what? That's cool.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Now you can preview these.
What are we looking for today?
So, preview
That
boom.
item is of the highest quality.
So this is the one that I typically fly around on. Partly because I like the fact that it has that glowing thing at the end for its broom, for the dash.
That item is of the highest quality.
This is the one Madame Kagao flies on. It doesn't matter what one you pick, they're all the same price. And it's more cosmetic. I mean, they are individual brooms, but it's cosmetic really, because although you actually have to purchase a different broom every time to get a new sort of thing, any upgrades you get apply to every broom you have automatically.
That item is of the highest quality.
So I got this one.
That
and
item is of the highest quality.
this one. So I'm gonna get them again.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Yay!
Thanks for stopping by. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
How long have you had a passion for brooms?
Since the moment I saw my first Quidditch match. Seeing flyers manoeuvre the way they do. Oh, some people continue to have their doubts about me and my ideas. I hope that won't dissuade you from helping. I know I'm onto something.
Why do you need me to report to you on this broom flight?
I did try to get Imelda to help, but she has some flying habits and quirks that made her difficult to collaborate with. I need a flyer with no bad habits and the knack for flying. Your classmate Everett said you're a natural on a broom. He's forever in here studying the newest models, almost as passionate about brooms as I am. If your rumoured talent for flying can help you beat Imelda's times, then having you assess the broom will be invaluable.
Sounds as if you took Kagawa's class.
I did, but my focus on the technical elements of brooms rather than the art of flying drove her mad. She thinks it fitting I run Spintwitches now. I don't reckon either of us ever pictured me batting away bludgers for the Cannons or Puddlemere United. And I find a certain satisfaction in winning over the naysayers who think I'm maybe too young to run this shop. With your help, I can continue proving myself the most knowledgeable purveyor of wizarding sporting goods around.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Yeah, his special price, by the way, is 1,000 galleons.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
So, if you may have noticed, we have now gained a new icon over the by the mini-map sort of thing. That basically tells us it's no fly zone or no mount zone.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
So once you exit the area, you can then summon your mount. You've got like 3 different mounts to choose from when you get them. So it looks like you've got a land mount, you've got a flying mount, so like a hippogriff and stuff, and then you got the broom. And it's the broom. This is the Ember Dash, by the way. You cannot change its appearance whilst you're on it, though, so bear that in mind. But it doesn't really make much difference because it is just purely cosmetic. Like, it doesn't make a difference which one you're on. The upgrades don't affect them enough to make a difference either, so... yeah. And now we will gain those brooms in here. I'll be weeks. So this little barrier thing you can see sort of forming, that's basically just going to form around because of the fact of it being like no fly zone, or it being like the edge where the developers have said no, you can't go here. Yay!
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Few things to point out with Merlin trials that I wanted to point out. For starters, if I use Mallow Sweet on this and I can't solve it, it's like I can't solve it. It could be a case of I don't have a spell that I need yet, which at the moment is the case because I need Confringo for it, which I don't have because it blows it the hell up. But also, I no longer need to apply Mallow Sweet to this like spiral anymore, which is super cool. So bear in mind that some of them require you to have spells that you may not have yet, and at the same time, like other stuff. I've let go of both triggers. Why are you still moving like that? There we go. Like, you should have stopped like that. It's like I had let go of the triggers, you should have done it. Now, Revelio is more powerful when you are on the broom, so that is a useful thing to bear in mind. Like, it reaches further, as you can see. But what it also does, like, you can grab ingredients whilst you're flying around, but you cannot grab Revelio pages and things. Like, if you try it, just basically turn around and it's like, nope, you will not be able to pick it up. It doesn't actually let you interact. No.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Uh-huh.
I'm most pleased to be included.
Now, these two quests that have appeared up here, I have spoken to the people that create them, but I have not actually done them. I've only just initiated them just to get the things added. And this is where we go as our Hufflepuff to then go to Azkaban. If you want to read it, just hold them and read it. Oh yes, the instrument guy. I will talk about him in a moment.
Shame Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer.
In a moment.
I could use some gold.
So this guy, whenever you see him, tip him. Like when it gives you the option, tip him, because he will gain more instruments.
A sickle, a galleon.
Because I've seen him and he starts off with this and then he gains like this snake-like thing, then a lute, then a violin.
Upper Hogsmeade is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
And then
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now.
It goes from there.
By dark wizards he was.
He also recognizes you and like thanks you for
How
it.
inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Shut up. Yeah, he also recognizes you and thanks you for it because he does grow inventory in his instruments, allowing him to perform more and stuff. But I don't know how far he goes with it. Anyway, let's talk.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
We're going to talk to these two and then we're going to explore a little bit.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Which is an interesting detail.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes. What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
I have gone with both responses. I went with she seems generally worried for Gryffindor and she seems to be overreacting with Hufflepuff. I'm going with generally worried.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph. Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
So that's what you sell, huh?
Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
This might be enough.
Is the new
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
So I'm following the path we went as a Hufflepuff just to try and remember where it was I went, because there was a cave down here. Oh, there it is.
These rocks have seen better days. Revelio.
So there was a cave here that was part of Jackdaw's thing, but it seems to be sealed off. Which is interesting.
Levioso. Revelio.
It's a level 1 lock. But yeah, like, that was definitely a cave. And it's telling me I cannot enter whilst mounted, which is also interesting.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
It is indeed.
Revelio.
We end up with so many of these side quest things added to our list. The tower is needed for mission.
Nothing to poach in Arrynshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me.
What are you up to now?
Oh yes, and beast nests. If you want to add the beast to your thing, you need to dismount, otherwise it won't be added. I've also seen a lot of people jump off and then summon their broom like this. I could be wrong, maybe you can get them added on the broom, but usually I found I've had to get off of it to do it.
Revelio.
There go that student. I'll give them what they deserve. Goblins will rule over.
Oh, landing platform. Landing platform. With these, you see how it started to move on the rings? That indicates that I've unlocked it. And then it will light up to tell me that as well when I come back here again. If you land on it, it doesn't move. Just come to the center and it should start moving. Some people have suggested performing Incendio on it. I don't know if that's going to help at all, but I mean, you can try it, but picking up ingredients is the only thing I can do on this.
Revelio.
Yay! Also, if you teleport whilst you're on the broom, you'll
broadens the
yeah.
mind.
If you fast travel whilst you're on the broom, you will remain on the broom. However, if you travel to an area that does not permit brooms, then you will appear off of the broom when you do that.
Revelio.
Moon Captain.
If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
There you are. The Crosswands duelist to beat.
Screw you. Yeah, she says different things depending on your house. Like, she usually refers to it as like, you're not even a Slytherin. It's like, why would you even be a challenge sort of thing? So I'm curious.
Watch it.
I'm curious to see how she responds, since I am a Slytherin in this one. And how that changes things.
Hello, Imelda. Albie Week sent me.
did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
Now, I've gone with both of these. That's not what happened in You Sound Jealous. I'm going with You Sound Jealous because you do sound jealous.
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on a broom.
Me? Slytherin Quidditch captain. Jealous of you? Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Pfft, ragged old hat's dropping its standards. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Yeah, she doesn't hold the fastest time anyway, by the way. But it's like also, that was interesting. I was wondering, okay, where was she gonna go with this? Because like the other, she's like, you're not even a Slytherin, and it's like, so you don't even want the challenge. It's like, well, I am a Slytherin, so what are you gonna say now? And it's like, oh, the hat must be dropping its standards because you're clearly not me. And it's like, I understand if it's Slytherin. It's like, no, what the hell?
Can you tell me more about these courses?
Stalling, fifth year. Fine, I'll humour you. This course demands focus. Requires you to anticipate speed and height before every turn. The others test stamina. 3 courses in all, built ages ago by former students. Since Black cancelled Quidditch, it was these courses or nothing. I made them popular again. Got the whole school hungry to compete. So, let's see what you've got, fifth year.
I'm so gonna kick your ass.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I can indeed.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
And that dummy, by the way, because that is exactly what that was.
Did it?
It's for her record. And then after that, it's for the fastest record. You want to go for these balloons, these little bubbles, because they boost your, they refill your speed thing, your speed boost. But don't worry if you miss them.
This is rather fun. Brilliant. Made it.
Come on.
This is rather fun.
It's about the same sort of time that I got with all of them. Hufflepuff I had to do a few times because I ended up missing one ring repeatedly, which wasn't even intentional. It just sort of just slightly missed it. It's like, damn it! So it gave me a penalty for it. I wanted to do it without a penalty.
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Alright, I don't want your respect.
I don't want respect from the likes of you. All you do is insult people.
You and everyone else need to get a thicker skin. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next course. It's near Irondale and offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
So basically she's saying...
The cross one's duelist to beat.
Shut up. She's saying you come here, you can review them. So as you can see, like, I came in second.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
Like, my name is coming up both at the bottom and in a position, because the position is where it is amongst all of the others, and then the bottom is like my thing. I don't know who these other people are. I don't know if they're other students or if they're like other people who are playing sort of thing and they just collected random. I think they're other students. But like you can see, Imelda came in 4th with her record. So how she can claim that she's the fastest, I don't know. But there we go. And I have an option to start the race as well if I wanted to do it again. Yay! Now, there is another place here that I want to go and show you. I need to remember where it is, but I will show you it nonetheless. Oh, here it is. So, every house has their own like secret thing. Ravenclaw has a second entrance to its common room, which is this door. And like you can see on here, they have eagles instead of like the normal like thing for Hogwarts. But what I've been told and what I have experienced both as a Gryffindor and as a Hufflepuff is that you cannot land here unless you are a Ravenclaw. So like if you try to land, it says you can't land here. Like as you can see, like I'm trying now, it won't let me dismount. But there are places in Hogwarts that you can dismount, regardless of where you are. Ooh, where's this? Oh, it would not let me land here. But like they can be really odd. Like you can have one where it's like I can land on one bridge, but the bridge next to it I can't land on, even though that bridge is better for that sort of thing. Like I can just come straight down here and land and be perfectly fine. And so it will prevent me from entering that without solving the puzzle. Okay, like this. Like I can land on this bridge, I think it is. Yeah, see, I can land on this one. But if I go over here, which is a wider bridge and better overall for landing, the way it's designed, it does not let me land. It does not let me land. So, yeah, those are details to consider. Anyway, let's go to Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks. He be weak, y'all. He needs strength.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Maybe.
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent, and it's wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Why would anyone doubt your ability to upgrade brooms?
No, you'd be surprised. People get set in their ways, worry that fiddling with what's working fine will somehow ruin it. Those people don't appreciate the sense of freedom that comes with quality broom flight, nor do they appreciate all that's involved in the creative process. I have a friend in Rome runs a shop like mine, says it's worse there. Of course, they do nap in the afternoons from what I hear. And where would we be without enhancements? I mean, if Elliot Smethwick had let the naysayers get to him, we would never have had the cushioning charm. I don't listen to him.
Yeah, see, like, I can sort of see both sides, because yes, you can like end up making it far worse than it already is, but you can also you can't make those improvements without someone trying to push those boundaries and experimenting. So it sort of has its ups and downs, but yeah, he says the same regardless what house you do and what you do, by the way. Like like both your character and his will say the same. Like the problems you encounter whilst you're flying are still like the same problems regardless, even though you don't actually necessarily experience that. Anyway,
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
Taking down that troll in the village circle. You said. I
wonder where they go.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine Willardsey. Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
What were the horrible stories you were told about the Forbidden Forest?
Oh, goodness, everything from students being mysteriously beheaded to terrifying spider dens. Oh, trust me, you hear that at 11 years old, it sticks with you.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon.
I love that, because that's basically Jackdaw's
Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Okay. Yeah, that was basically like Rich Jackdaw's thing. It's like spiders and beheading. Speaking of which, if you're at Jackdaw's tomb in the Forbidden Forest, where was it? Oh yes, there. The lake that's next to it, and what your character says, like your character says about the deer that turn up, the stags and stuff, and like that's not random, because that's both referencing the Harry's Patronus and like the whole thing from Prisoner of Azkaban, but also the game automatically causes them to generate more frequently, like for them to appear more often in that particular zone. There's a dragon again. Dragon does come down on occasions. Like you will actually see the dragon on occasions, because I had that encounter.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Before. And that ghost of our love sort of thing also happened. Like that will move depending on where you are. Like so wherever your mission's gonna be is like that will move to it. So if you're with Scrope and you go to the cave, it'll be there. If you're Azkaban, like if you're going to Azkaban, it'll be in that town, and like it'll change depending on where you are to match, which is awesome.
Revelio. There they are. She wasn't making it up.
It's like a
well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies.
I love the fact they have like that sort of colour changing effect to them because of how they fly and how their wings now. So I know exactly where they're gonna go because they go here. And reveal a chest. Opposite, Jackdaw's love interesting.
Well, well. Look what we have here.
But yes, I cannot cast spells or anything whilst I'm on the broom, with the exception
Revelio.
of Revelio. Revelio.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
I've always gone yes, and I was well rewarded for them, which is what I'm going to continue to do, because I was debating that one, but I'm going to go with this one instead.
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
And again, that mission with its title and everything was referencing Ron with the follow the spiders. Why couldn't it be follow the butterflies? No, we got the delivery for Pippin. Let's go do it!
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help with a delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument. Constantly complaining about the quality of my stock. But how can I maintain excellence when she orders so often, giving me no time to brew? If you take this rather irritating task off my hands, I'd happily allow you to claim the delivery fee from Fatima.
She sounds annoying, happy to help, yeah.
I'd rather not deal with difficult people, but for a reward, I think I can manage.
Indeed. Here are the invisibility potions she requested. Hopefully she won't give you too much trouble. She's a talented potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
Now, when you come back, request an additional fee. Because that way you can get him to give you, I think, what's supposed to be double what he would have otherwise. And like, you really want him to give you that additional amount. Because he gives you 500 galleons. Dogweed and death cab. Now, she will make you drink the potions regardless.
Careful of the mandrakes. I haven't fed them yet.
Uh-huh.
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Hello, be with you in a bit.
Sorry, I'm just double checking to make sure I bought
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
every thingy.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Possibly. Now, I found with this one, when we get there, unlimited flying boost. So cool.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
So I can't drop Mallow Sweet whilst I'm on the broom.
Revelio.
Can I pick up the Revelio page? Do I land? I don't have the right
Should have been here by now.
spell yet, but yes. I found that.
Revelio.
So.
Always late, that Pippin.
Bear with me, let me just. This chest vanished
That Pippin should have been here by
when
now.
I looked at the Gryffindor after already completing this mission. Potion book recipe. No,
Always late, that Pippin.
Shut up. I talked to her first and then opened that last time.
Madam Luang, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
She is annoying as hell. She'll also make you drink one of her potions. Doesn't matter what option you select, you still end up having to drink one. So, yeah. There's that. Yeah, it's just like, what the hell? Oh yeah, so that was what, I lost my train of thought. It was like, what was the thing I was going to say? Yeah, I found after doing this interaction, I cannot summon my broom out here. It's only during this, like if I reload back in here or like whatever, like either by teleporting somewhere else and then teleporting back or something, I can pull the broom out and fly no problem. It's a charm that lets you fly, but after this it doesn't let you for some reason. It's really weird.
Why do you keep ordering from him if you think the quality to be inferior?
It would seem I have more and more customers who are trying to stay out of sight. I'm not one to judge. You can simply imagine the stress I'm under to deliver quality products. Unlike some vendors, I strive to keep my customers satisfied.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Like, this is what I mean. It's also like, okay, well that also, like, defeats the whole purpose. Like, if you ordered one and then you told me, like, you're not going to pay for it until I drink it, what was the point in you even ordering it? So, like, it doesn't matter which option I select, I still end up drinking it regardless, but I'm going to do this. I'd rather not.
I'd rather not, but if you insist, so be it.
I do insist.
She's very abrasive. So, you have to drink one of the invisibilities.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Ha! Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
You mentioned that more and more customers are trying to stay out of sight. Why?
Well, I can't speak for all of them, but certainly my Ashwinder customers have their reasons. If I were you, I'd forget I heard that.
See, like, this is what I mean. Like, you sell them to bad people, and like, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Just, oh yeah, Ashwinders, the people that everyone's trying to hide from because you caused nothing but problems and are like just complete and total dicks. Yeah, you can buy an invisibility potion from me. It's like, no, don't sell them to them. Tell them to get lost.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
You really are abrasive. And if you see her wares, she doesn't even have them.
I should be going now. Thank you.
She only has like Wigglewell and a few ingredients. Also, this cart is here. But I have no idea where it goes or anything. Like, it just sort of stops there and then that's it. And I still have no idea where the Goblin...
Wonder who lives here.
...is. Now, you can enter this place, because I have done that. I think it's just a case of where this game has decided that, like, this particular mission's going to interfere with everything. Like, for instance, now, I can pull up the map as, like, the option thing, and my ability to select broom remains, like, disabled. even when I go really far away from the actual location, it still remains disabled because I've done that a few times. I've ran certain, like, I've ended up running a certain distance, and then just warping back and like, now I should be able to pull the broom out and stuff. It's like, wait, what? Why was it that specific thing? See? Broom out, no problem. But the other one wouldn't, other time wouldn't let me do it. Also, that cart's gone. See? And we can appear in here as well. This is the strangest house ever. I'm wondering where you would sleep, how you would live in a place like this, because like it doesn't have like a full thing either. And how can you stack those? It makes no sense. I'm stuck, game. Like, there we go. It's like door opened.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Levioso.
Oh.
Accio.
I can perform Levioso on that. I didn't know I could do that. I know I could do Wingardium Leviosa, but I didn't know like Levioso would work. And I wasn't even trying to do that, I just did that accidentally. Come on. I don't even have Wingardium Leviosa yet, and it's already behaving like it has. Because when you get Wingardium Leviosa, casting Accio automatically will cast Wingardium Leviosa after a certain length of time.
Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso.
Oh, see, now you don't want to do it. Now you said no to that.
Depulso.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Incendio.
Oh wow, so it really needs to be activated. It's alright, I swear that will make sense when you know what I'm on about. Alright, let's quickly do this. Now you find some of these hearts that have the flu networks in. Have people in with interactions above them, the heads. Now I've seen 2 of them that want potions. So he wants a Thunder Brew, and if I give him a Thunder Brew, he'll give me 3 potions in return, which is like a Wiggenweld, Maxima, and I can't remember what the other one was. But there's someone else who wants the Maxima, and if you give her the Maxima, she gives you like, I think it's like she'll give you a Wiggenweld, another one, which I think is the invisibility, and a Thunder Brew, and it's like, wait, these would be more useful to you than what you asked for the reason that they asked for them. It's like, we need protection stuff. It's like, yeah, what you had was far better than what you were requested. Like, what gives? Why you do? Oh yeah, you will occasionally see the Hogwarts Express. Not always, but on the other occasion it does appear.
What do you have in store for me this time? Revelio.
Wizard time. Let's hunt for war is over.
Now this one is inside, because there's like a little cave thing. So what you want to do is you want to come over here and make your way in. Now, this makes me so glad.
Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
You see nothing.
How long for a bacon and mushroom stew?
Which makes me so glad. No, 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 no.
Wait a moment.
That I upgraded the disillusionment talons, the stealth talons.
I could fall dead asleep on my feet, I could.
No, let's just hope I don't get caught again. Because I got caught on like one of the barriers and that caused me to actually get caught. But look how close I can get to them and they won't even notice.
Who's out there? Oh, little moon calf, far from home.
Nope.
Can't happen.
They have no idea where I am.
Slippery little squid. I'll find you. Need your arms, lizard. Just here.
See? They don't even know where I am. Now, anyway.
Revelio.
Oh. Yay!
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Yay! And that is how we gain access to get to this side. So we're gonna grab these. Grab that one, grab this one, these, for this one over here, this one here, and this one here, and then we're gonna teleport back. But that gives us some level of access, and then I will clear out the foggy shadowiness of this whole area. Yay!
Revelio.
Was that the dragon? I can't even see because it won't let me look up properly. Like, people complain about not being able to look down properly. I want to be able to look up properly so I can see this damn dragon. I've only had it once where it's actually appeared in a place that I can actually see it. In a way that I can see it.
Yeah, it doesn't the best thing in the world.
It's like, what the hell?
In the forest the other day that I swear belonged to you. What?
I swear I belong to a unicorn.
Revelio.
You should know better than that by now.
What kind of creatures are they flying? I can sort of make out some.
Not your best moment, I fear.
What are you up to now?
Yeah.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Perhaps I'll scout around Felcroft for something.
I should investigate.
It's alright, I know this is a place that I can't fly into. That is cool. I have no idea what it is, but it's cool. Dragon cloak thing. Now these balloon sets, by the way, are always in sets of 5.
I don't waste time seeing.
Revelio.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
And you are in a burned down building. Yay! Also, just to point out, Feldcroft, which you will see when we actually go to it, it's the hamlet that Isadora was from. So that's worth noting. So I can show you that later when I actually show you that town.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Here, come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
I delivered the potions to Fatima Lawang.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
Yes, constantly.
I can see why you didn't want to go. She was quite cantankerous.
I do truly appreciate your help. And at least it's done with.
And so I've always gone with I'd like an additional fee because he will give you more money if you do so.
Delivering those potions was a bit more work than I'd expected. I'd like an additional fee.
I suppose that's business for you. Very well, I shall increase your pay, but I'm not at all pleased about it.
By the way, I found this book of potion recipes in Cambridge. Might it be useful to you?
Is this Fatima's recipe book?
Now, those 2 lines of dialect of the dialogue have never been said in the Gryffindor one because I didn't find that book. But in the Hufflepuff one, which is where I found this, I went with I didn't realize. I'm going to go with if it is, she doesn't deserve it back. So that's what I'm going to go with. Because if you go with I didn't realize, Pippin says he will return it to her. I'm curious to see what he does with this one.
You should keep it. She doesn't deserve to have it.
I appreciate what you're saying, but you have much to learn about respecting the property of others. Some things are sacred amongst potioneers. I shall return it to her immediately.
Okay. So that was interesting how that changed. But yeah. Alright, anyway. Let's go Hogwarts. Let us go and learn spells and stuff. Sebastian! Teach us Confringo. Confringo! Nah.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
And I've not seen any opportunity to ask any additional teachers yet. And I have managed to get to the point where I've asked Professor Garlic twice. It seems like I can only ask, speak to the professors twice and then they have nothing more to say. But I've done that with Garlic twice, not in this one, but in, like, obviously, but I will be able to. And Professor Madam Gagawa once at least. So, yay! Anyway, Sebastian, appear out of nowhere! Wow, my magic really worked!
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
No, it isn't. It really isn't. Wouldn't take much to find. At least from my interpretation, anyway. Because it seems out of place.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Revelio.
I reveal your lies because this place should be easy enough to find. It's not as well hidden as it seems. Like, if you didn't know Hogwarts had hidden passages and you weren't looking for them, then yeah, that could sort of thing. But that cabinet outside is out of place. Like, it doesn't look right where it is. So just give it away a bit. So, right, anyway.
I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them is an understatement.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
I love how this conversation changed quite drastically. From us mentioning the fact that we know Ominous because of like meeting him in the common room, to even like his response with the thing. But I also love that the game takes the time and effort to sort of like point out that Ominous doesn't like navigate the environment the same way we do, and that he does that pulse thing with the wand, which you can still see and watch him do anyway, even if you don't do this mission. But it's like, that's so cool. It does sound dangerous, is why I went with Hufflepuff. That's ridiculous, is why I went with Gryffindor, which is what I'm going with this one.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic, but you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here.
Yay!
It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Yay! We have it.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio.
How much talking are you doing? Jesus Christ. And it does have quite a range to it as well.
Confringo! Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
That's it!
I think I've got it.
Like, you can see how far away that one is.
Well done.
And it still lights it.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
It's almost too much. I'm ready for more swords like this.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Now, with the other option, I went with sounds almost too much for Hufflepuff, and I don't want to impose. For the Gryffindor, I went with the options that I'm selecting with this one.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the Portkey, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
I love how it still continues to just tell everyone everything. Like, I have the option of I'm not ready to tell you everything, or I'll tell you the truth. I've gone with I'll tell you the truth every time, which I'm gonna do for all of them, because like it seems like my sort of option. It's just like, yeah, we're just gonna blabber out everything to everyone. Who cares?
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of this secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us.
Yay!
When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
So Sebastian lives in Feldcroft. Yay! Ominous.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
Like, I went with Sebastian showed me for Gryffindor. I stumbled upon it in Hufflepuff. I'm gonna go with I stumbled upon it in for this one.
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I'm not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
Now, again, in Gryffindor I went with I promise not to say anything. Hufflepuff I went with there's no need for threats, which I'm going to go with here.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Yay! And then he walks and then vanishes. I'm actually curious to see if... Why is there no option to enter the Undercroft appearing? Mandrake or Mandragora. Yeah. So this is the one we unlocked for doing like the balloon stuff. I would like to be able to edit the actual bristles on it so that they have that same ember effect that the ember dash has, just for the fun of it. Like, to me, that's what I want the most. Don't lie to me. Sebastian told you, didn't he? Didn't he? But yeah, like, people could stumble on that on their own. Like, it's not impossible. Now let's see if I get the option. And that I fast traveled here. Which is like right next to it, but still. Yep. I'm just curious to see if we see Sebastian getting an earful from Ominous. Is he gonna get a telling off? Oh, he's not here. They're not here at all.
Revelio. Confringo. Defendo. Confringo.
This is fun.
Confringo. Confringo. Confringo.
Yes, I wonder why they don't teach students this spell.
Confringo.
I love the range it has. Now, if I go... Not trophy room. Yes, there.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I've most pleased to be included.
Do you remember we couldn't get this one, right?
Confringo.
Now we have it.
Accio.
Also, the game will always select switch you to Will 1 to set 1, the set you originally had when you started, whenever you teleport somewhere.
Wonder who lives here.
I remember you. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption. Very Salazar, isn't it?
Yeah, see? So he just mentioned that we helped him, and now he's been able to get this.
Now, don't be stingy.
Protego!
Very generous. Thank you.
So next time we see him, it should be a loot. So yeah, it's definitely like a little thing to keep an eye on. It's cool.
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
You probably have. But no one really cares for you, do they? Because, well, no one cares for you in general.
What are you up to now?
This place has seen better days. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Revelio.
Oh, there it is. It's like, I knew it was here somewhere, I was just looking for it.
Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Confringo.
Merlin himself would be proud.
Yay, we did it. Again, I apologize if this ends up too loud at any point. I don't know why the game audio does the things it does. But it does, so we must make do. So I'm just making sure I had this up here. Yay! Right, anyway, back to Hogwarts. Hogwarts. Astronomy Tower. And let's get the room of requirement, shall we? Which is just here. I love the way the game does this.
Revelio.
In how it tackles and handles that.
Levioso! Revelio!
Anyway, because like the rules for the room requirements, you have to pass by it at least 3 times whilst having a clear image in your mind or something like, or having a strong focus on what you want for it to reveal itself, I think, or something along those lines. Anyway, so now we will do that exact thing.
Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident, if ever.
Revelio.
I only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Now, she said she's not clambering over that. She could have just used other spells like Wingardium Leviosa and other stuff and just like, yeah, move them out of the way. It's like, you don't have to climb over anything. You forget, you have magic. You have magic that lets you move stuff. Levitation charms and various other charms. Like, you don't have to climb over anything, or at least not this sort of stuff. Anyway. Yay!
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Well, I've already collected plenty of Moonstone.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Yep, give me an opportunity to get completely and totally lost. I love it. Now, there are a few things to find here on your way.
Revelio.
So, just keep your eyes out.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Oh look, it's a Professor Snape in the box.
Revelio. Accio.
Mighty. Don't know how long it's been sitting there, but it's still mighty.
Accio.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
Revelio.
No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin.
Yay.
Accio. Accio. Revelio.
This note is quite funny. I like this note. Bit offended the room thought I needed a bath, cheeky thing. Now, I quite like this. This just makes me so happy. So cool. That was not the button I wanted to press.
Revelio.
So cool.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Oh look. Hi, Queenie.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Now, I have no idea how to break these barriers. Because I've tested all sorts of different things on them.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Oh, again, the Darling cloak. Darling.
Accio. Revelio.
And that should be all of it.
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Here we go. Cutscene moment.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you.
No apology for throwing stuff at me.
Hello.
Ah, Deek, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deek was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deek was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deek is honored to meet you.
Deek has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deek. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deek, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deek's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
Yay! Now, I always thought that the room couldn't change itself like that whilst we were still in it. That we would have to leave and then come back. But it's pretty cool! I love it, it's awesome. Anyway.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
So as you can see, this also now has a trait to it, which normally makes it stronger, although in this case it's still weaker than what I have, which is amusing. Oh, we also gained this. Yay. Oh, I didn't go and buy the large conjuration table. Oh well, we'll do that momentarily. Large potting table. Oh, you're not going to add yourself, huh?
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Yay!
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Now, before I do, I need to be careful because I can end up getting rid of the table, which I don't want to do. And did anyway. Okay, hold on. Now, interesting. Normally it gives me all the ones associated with it. And each one I've gained something different, like I don't all have the same. Like I've got nothing for seasonal here. Now with potions, you also have a little tab that lets you slide down to go to the hopping pots. And with fighting tables, it's the same sort of thing for like the small, medium, and large, and then for composters and shopping stations. And yes, you can change the color and stuff. And change its style.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deek will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Oh, I won't.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deek?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deek has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deek tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
However, she never specified about outside the castle. So outside the castle grounds, in places like Hogsmeade and just out in the wild, in the Highlands. So I am curious.
I will be sure to speak with Deek if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Yes, definitely worth learning it.
Hasn't seen this many plants here before.
Room of Requirement. Right, anyway, let's do this thing with her. Or maybe not.
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the Ministry, hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Now, she says for a short time. It is not a short time. You can use that for a long period. And we will be doing that. Hers require you to require and use Venomous Tentacular, and for you to use Mandrake on multiple enemies simultaneously. Now, the Venomous Tentacular you don't have to use against enemies. You can just summon it where you are now, and it will be fine. It still counts. Right, hold on. Let's go to Hogsmeade briefly, because I want that large potting table. Trust me.
Sometimes it seems all roads
you want
lead
it.
to Hogsmeade.
Sorry, mate. imagine how
Hello there. Come on in. Plenty to look at here.
Yeah, there are definitely things worth looking at. The hopping part is one that people want quite frequently. I will eventually get to the point where I get these other ones, which are basically like the more like the potting tables that have like 3 small pots, or like 4 of them, or like 2 of the large, or however many of the medium, 3 it seems. The T-shaped potions. The medium potion station and things like that, and just stuff like, well, you will eventually get them all. I may do that off screen, I don't even know yet, but for now, large potting table with potting table with large pot is what we want.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Because that is going to be incredibly useful very quickly. And I'll even show you how I set up my room, how I've chosen to do it. Like, I haven't done loads with it, but like, I have chosen to do certain things. So I'll show you that at least.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Uh-huh. Oh yes, this reminds me. Bear with me.
I've more to teach you about transfiguration, if you have a moment.
Yes, I do. Bear with me. I'm doing stuff that I could wait until afterwards, but I'm doing anyway. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't actually summon the thing. The thing that I bought when I first was able to. Yeah. Because they generate moonstone. And they do generate it. They generate, I think it's about 10 moonstone every so often. And I always have mine to look like this. So you can have up to
Dick hasn't seen this many plants here before.
Uh-huh. You can have up to 3 in the room at any given time. Like, there is a budget of 3. I don't know how you increase the budget. So now they're hard at work generating moonstone for me.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Now, it already says for me to return, which means I already had enough, which I've had every time. But also, she forgets to mention that you can get them, which at the moment, having 3 of them, is going to get me 10 moonstone every...
Dick cannot believe how many beasts you have here.
I don't have any. I don't know why you're saying any of this stuff yet.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Why are you saying a whole bunch of lines for things that haven't happened yet? Or at least not in this playthrough. I still haven't gotten any beasts here yet, so I don't know why it said beast at all. But like, yeah. So every 10 minutes, I believe, I will gain 30 moonstone because it's 10 from each. Which is awesome.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Right. I was wondering what this was, what it looked like. That's as big as it will get. Next side's down. That's as small as it'll get.
Good work. Shall we move on?
Cannot believe how many beasts you have here.
Deke should shut up about things that aren't even like an actual thing. Oh, I didn't want to get rid of the big one. Oh well, little one will do.
Dick thinks you should be.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
Yay!
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Basically, what it's telling me is that if I've conjured an item and I decide I want to change its color or its size or something, rather than destroy it and then reconjure it again, I can just use this spell. Oh, I ended up selecting the floor, which was not what I wanted to do. Because you can change the floor, if you hadn't noticed by now, among other things. Again, I apologize if this seems too loud at any point.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony.
Oh, you can do so much more than the floor and balcony. But I've seen people get very creative with this.
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
See, this is the thing, is like...
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
She taught Deke how to do this, but she won't teach me how to do it. For changing its ambience. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot I need to confirm it. But there is so much you can change. You can change the ceiling itself, which I think is quite cool. You can change balcony. The doorway. Like, you can literally change so many things. So you can get really creative with it if you wanted to. I love how specific you can be with it. Like, it's just so cool. And we're not even done yet, because there's still more that we can do. We just haven't accessed it yet.
I cannot believe how many beasts you have here.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Now, there are 4 options. The option that doesn't present itself is the option that you currently have. I always go with a cool moonlit ambience, but I will go through them all so you can see them. So we'll do that one first.
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
He says that with every response. It's so cool!
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
And yet you still don't teach me the spell to change its ambience. Its atmosphere. I also love that this happens. And you can expand it further as well, I just don't know how.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Yay! That's it, and now we're left to our own devices. Right, firstly, I am clearing every painting off of here. I don't want anything on the walls because I want to choose that myself when I find stuff that's what I want. But yeah, you can customize this too. So cool. So people have gotten really creative with it. Alright, hang on, let's go with Deke. Let's get him to show the other ambiences.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
So, a warm and cozy feeling is what we had before, and it feels like they're sort of modelled around the houses essentially. So it feels like the natural and earthy is meant to be more of like the Hufflepuff sort of thing, the warm and cozy, the Gryffindor, the dark and mysterious, the Slytherin, and the moonlit night one being a Ravenclaw sort of thing. Obviously you can have whatever you want, it just, that's sort of how it feels like it sort of went.
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Like, it does capture that feel quite well. What I don't get though is why my eyes are changing colour the way they do. Like, in this particular thing, they don't appear as the purple that they should. They just appear this weird thing.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
So, let's go with the warm and cozy to show that it was previous.
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I love these descriptions, they're so funny in some of them. Yay!
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. what sort of overall look most appeals to you?
So as you can see, this one's greyed out. This is just to tell me that that's the one I've already selected previously. Alright. Natural and earthy. The cool moonlit thing only doesn't appear as greyed out purely because of the fact it was part of the thing. It's the one I chose during that.
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
And it captures it quite well.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
And now we're going back to my original one that I like the most.
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
It does. It does indeed. So cool. This is how I'd have it if I was here, sort of thing.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Which I haven't brewed yet. So, that corridor thing will appear like this until you get closer to it when you first walk into the room every time. Anyway, 10 moonstone. 20. 30, there we go. Yay! Yay! And so now we've got more stuff that we can change. Scientific wall. So it's not a regular wall, it's a scientific wall. Ceiling block. I love that it's referred to that. The ceiling block. The wall corner. scientific wall entrance. Even this changes to various different things, which just look cool. And then of course, I can even change the windows. This is typically what I go for. And now we just set up our equipment. Again, more stuff. Right, anyway. Potions. Now there is a limit of 7 here. Yeah, almost done. Yeah, you can even use the altering just to move things a bit if they're not quite where you want them. So, yay! So cool. And then what I do is I put different plants in. So I put this one here. This one was Mandrake. Mellow Sweet. Dittany. not grass. And then this one was the fluxweed. And that's how I set the room up. And then I just brew potions. I usually set them all up to brew a Wiggenwell, and by the time I've finished setting them all up, they start being done. And this is so cool. I did not tell you to interact with that one. And now I have about 7 Wiggenwells. Yay! I am so happy. Mandrake or Mandragora. So now we'll travel here, collect the mallow sweet, and then remove it from the thing because we don't need that anymore.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu.
Oh, did I already remove it? I must have. Alright then. If that's the case, we're going to the common room. Kenny! Kenny, you're not gonna say hi? Kenny! That made no sound. I don't know why it didn't make sound, but it didn't, so...
Revelio.
We still have yet to see the basilisk, but it did say it was a random thing, so that you might not see it.
Lumos.
I wonder what conditions you actually, like if there are any additional conditions you need to generate it. To suddenly get it to appear. I don't know, maybe maybe seeing the Chamber of Secrets? Because you can find that in the god's bathroom. Yay! So we're gonna quickly we're gonna add that because that's gonna be the next thing we do. Wait, hold on. Did I not go and speak to her about the other thing? I didn't. I thought I had. Guess we're doing that then. Very quickly.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Maybe.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
New instruments are why, hello again! Come and listen. I've acquired what muggles call a lute. Marvelous, isn't it? Tips in the hat, if you please.
Yeah, so now he has a lute. He's now got 3 instruments with him. Next up should be the violin.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Baldolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
I'm sorry, I just love listening to the music, so I'm just constantly like dancing to it as it's playing in the background. It's like she's talking about something serious, it's just me like dancing, like, yay, enjoying this music while she has a conversation. Especially considering it gets better and a little more complex.
Things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
It gets better and a little more complex the more instruments he gains. It's just so enjoyable. Let's see if he appears here with his 4th instrument.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
No, he does not. I'll have to wait for him. I haven't checked the Daily Prophet in a while either. Waiting for day.
I don't know about centaurs, but there hasn't been a dragon in history worth losing.
Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
What have you got? Embellished house cloak.
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
Huh. Yeah, I'll sell them, even though they've got better stats, I'm selling them.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Daily Profit hasn't returned.
Ah, the secret is do the...
Maybe if I appear in a different area? With fast traveling? And then return? Like, not return by fast traveling, return by just running. Because we're in Hogsmeade still.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Well, they're back.
Daily Profit.
Huh.
All the latest wizarding news right here. Extra, extra.
He's back. But it doesn't give me the option to tip him. Well, I can't tip you. Game won't let me. Oh well. Back to the common room.
Indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
In a moment. I am just checking something very quickly. Little Witch's room.
Revelio.
Yeah, see, there's the tap with the marking on it. Which is a Slytherin one for being like, oh, this is the chamber. This is the chamber. You can also find someone brewing a potion in one of them. Not here, but up in the toilets by Fig's office. Whereas here you got someone doing like the whole botanical stuff, which I don't know why. Anyway.
Revelio.
Wait. What's with all the magical beasts all over the toilets? And the drawings? How did I never notice that before? Why are there interesting hidden details that are just thrown into these places like this? And now we've got Quidditch teams. And Quidditch.
Revelio.
Just random as hell. I love that animation so much.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Alright, anyway, now we're gonna assign that and save it. And then we'll carry it on in the next episode, which will be almost immediately after this, or it should be anyway. So I hope, hold on, let me get back to the right page. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!